Hey everybody, it's Chelsea from Little Mountain Ranch, and it is the most gorgeous autumn day. Look at this. It's just beautiful. We're at October 4th today, and this weather is unusually warm, which is nice because I know winter is coming. Anyway, I'm really excited to do this video today because I have been tagged by Dan at Home in the Sticks. So what a tag is, for everybody that doesn't know, is that there's usually like a list of questions or something that you need to do, and other channels will tag you in it so that you can answer those questions too, and then you in turn tag other people. So I have a list of questions that I get to answer for you guys today, and they're kind of like a get to know me better. And then I'm going to tag 5 channels at the end of this video that will in turn, if they haven't already, answer these questions. So it's kind of a fun way to get to know the people that you guys watch. So the first question that I have to answer is to list 3 channels that inspire me. So this one is, I think, most of us that have had to answer this question, it's been the most difficult, because for anybody that is out there doing YouTube, one of the reasons we do YouTube is because we started watching YouTube and got a lot of value at it, out of it, and want to contribute to that wealth of information that's out there. And so throughout the last, I don't even know when I started watching YouTube, pretty much at the beginning, I have learned almost everything that I know about homesteading from YouTube. Whether it's been like butchering, or cows giving birth, or how to raise chickens, or how to just even things that I want to do in the future, like hydropower and all this kind of stuff, you can find it on YouTube. So I'm really appreciative of the community. So what I decided to do is to list channels that I am currently watching right now that are inspiring me for one reason or another. I'll link all the channels that I am talking about now below, and so that you guys can go check them out and hopefully subscribe to them, because they're great channels. And then also the channels that I tag at the end, I'll also link those ones below as well. So Charles and Mindy, they moved from Oregon about a year ago up to Alaska, and it was a dream that they had had for a long time, and they actually just did it. They packed up all their stuff and they went up and bought a homestead up in Alaska. And obviously that took a ton of courage, and doing anything that's worth doing takes courage, and these guys have it in spades. And they're the first ones to admit that it hasn't been easy. It's been financially difficult. It has been stressful. They had to leave family and friends in order to go on this adventure, but they did it anyway, and I really admire that kind of bravery. So that is the reason why I am recommending their channel for you guys to go check out, and why I'm saying that is one of my top 3 inspiring channels that I'm watching currently. I should mention their channel's also awesome. Mindy makes great videos. They're aesthetically really pleasing, and it really gives you a feel of what life is like up in Alaska. And I think there's a lot of us in the homesteading world that have a little secret fantasy about moving to Alaska. I know I'm one of those people, so it's definitely worth watching, so go check them out. And then the next channel that I want to recommend is actually the guy that tagged me, and that is Dan from Home in the Sticks. Dan is a great guy. Any of you guys that have either been on his channel or have had him comment on your stuff, you know that he is a guy with a big heart. He's super supportive of the homesteading community, and he puts in a lot of effort to be a part of the community. He comments on everybody's stuff. He has thoughtful comments. He tags people all the time in different tags, and he makes an effort to tag smaller channels, which I really appreciate. He's a pretty new channel himself. I started watching him, I think, when he had 40 subscribers or something like that, and he's pretty new to the game, but he's one of the reasons that he inspires me is watching sort of the progress he's made from the first video until now. They've just improved every time, and he also has awesome content. So he does videos on gardening, cooking. He does some really cool composting videos. Plus he does these, I think he calls them shack chats or something like that, where he just kind of talks, and he's a southern guy, so he's got a cool drawl, and he's just a really nice man. So definitely go check him out. Third channel that I want to recommend, boy, it's bright out here today. I should have brought my sunglasses. And I could probably take my jacket off because it is toasty. This jacket actually has a story behind it. It's way too big for me, but it was my dad's jacket, and my dad passed away 6 years ago from cancer. So I wear it regardless of whether it's like 4 sizes too big or not, but it makes me happy. So the third channel that is inspiring me, and has actually inspired me for a long time, is Julie from PatcHeaven. So Julianne is an inspirational person because she is somebody who, no matter what the challenge is that is before her, she goes for it. She'll either seek out people to teach her how to do things, or she'll find it on YouTube or books or whatever, and then she passes that information on to us. So I've learned a ton from her. If you want to know something, she's been around, I think her channel, she's been on YouTube for 5 or 6 years, somewhere in there. And her channel has a wealth of videos on almost any topic, homesteading related topic that you could imagine. So definitely go check out Julianne from PatcHeaven. So the next question that I have to answer is to name 3 things that I am good at. Let's see. I'm good at sort of getting an idea about something that I want to do, and then researching like crazy, and then implementing the things that I've learned and doing it. So whether it's been homesteading or adoption, and of course everything that's related with both homesteading, as far as like butchering and all animal husbandry and gardening and all of these different things, canning, food preservation, all of these types of things, I've learned those, I've collected that information, and then I've applied it in my life. So I guess follow through is something that I'm good at. And research. Research is something else that I'm good at too, just collecting the information that I need to get a task done, and then doing it. The second thing that I'm good at is advocating for what I believe in. Throughout especially since we started the adoption journey, there's been lots of times where I've needed to put on my advocating hat. And if it has to do with my kids or my family in any way, I really go for it if I feel like there's an injustice that's happened. I don't always win, but I definitely put my best foot forward in that area. And that's something that I think that I've, especially over years, just developed some really good advocating skills. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing that I'm good at that's related to homesteading and farming is gardening. And this year has been a horrible example of that, because I lost my entire garden over the evacuation that we experienced because of the forest fires. So this isn't a great year, not a great example, but for the most part, I usually grow a huge garden, and I'm able to put up a lot of food for our family, and then combined with that, learning how to store that food, like drying it, canning it, putting it up in the root cellar, those kinds of things. I've developed those skills, and now I kind of got it into a rhythm that I feel good about. So that's something else that I'm good at. The next question is to list 3 things that I get excited about. This one is just about impossible for me to answer, because anybody that knows me well knows that I get excited about just about anything. Simple things get me excited. Like even when I left my house and I was walking down here to the field to do this video, I felt excited about doing it. I get excited about livestock. I get excited about going for a really nice drive on a beautiful day. But I guess some of the specific things that I get excited about, or that I'm excited about right now, is in our house we have a wall. You might have seen it in a couple of videos. It's a log wall, just a solid log wall on the south side of our house. And that wall doesn't have a window in it. It's just a solid wall, and it's also the wall that faces our driveway, like the entrance, our gate to our driveway, and also an area the kids play in, and a place that I have livestock, and I can't see out that wall. And since we bought this house, it's been a fantasy of mine to put in a window there. So we decided in the last few weeks, we're doing some logging right now, that we were going to take a little bit of that money and we were going to put that window in. I have a spider web. There we go. I don't know if that's been flying around this whole entire time, but I just could see it shining there. Anyway, we had a guy come out who's a log builder, and he is going to come, and he promises me before Christmas, and put in 2 4x4 windows with a log going down the middle of them. So I am, just from a purely materialistic perspective, I am super excited about that, because winters are dark here and I am not a crazy fan of winter. So to have more light in my house, plus to be able to see down my driveway, plus to be able to see the kids and livestock on that side of the house. Oh, the sun is going down behind the mountain back here, so I won't be blinded. But that is really exciting. Something else that I get excited about specifically, let's see, the acquisition of livestock, something I get really excited about, much to and even at the detriment of our farm from time to time. When I first started doing homesteading, I was super enthusiastic and gung-ho, like I think most of us are, and I ended up taking on more than I could handle, biting off more than I can chew, so to speak, which is a habit of mine as well. So I just ended up getting into, you know, taking on too many chickens at once, or taking on too many goats at once, that kind of thing. I definitely don't do that anymore. We've narrowed it down now to specific animals that benefit our farm. But yeah, that's definitely been, my enthusiasm for livestock has been a problem in the past. But I still get super excited about it though, whether we get a new animal on the farm, or new animals are born on the farm, or learning how to or milking a cow, or basically anything that has to do with livestock, I get excited about. Something else I get excited about. One of the things that I'm excited about right now is that we have Thanksgiving coming up, and I have a sister who I haven't seen for a long time who's coming, and another sister who's coming, and my mom and Dan's mom are all coming out to the ranch for Thanksgiving dinner. So we cook 2 turkeys for Thanksgiving dinner, and then everybody brings things kind of like a potluck style. So I'm very excited about that, about having all the family and having a kind of an old-fashioned Thanksgiving, which is what we do every year, and it's a lot of fun, and the kids have fun, and we really and I just love having all the family around and all the good food, of course. Now I have to list 3 things, and I have a spider web here again. Oh, that's because there's a little spider on my microphone. The last thing that I have to answer is to list 3 things that I do to relax. This one was a little tricky because I am super busy, and I really only do one thing sort of on a daily basis to relax, and it's probably not the best thing to do. Ooh, it's cooling off now that the sun went down. Back on with Dad's big coat. So in the evening, after the kids are in bed and the teenagers have gone off to do their thing, I like to lay down on the couch with a cup of tea and a bowl of popcorn, which I'm completely addicted to, and watch YouTube, or watch a TV show that I've been watching, and currently I'm watching Outlander, which I'm really enjoying, or editing a video, or something that's like that is something I do just about nightly. It's true. I used to be an avid reader, but by the time night comes around these days, I'm holding a book and I'm like, I can hardly hold it up because I'm so tired. So yeah, I probably watch too much TV, but it's something that I enjoy. I had to move over because it got so shady over where I was. Something else that I do to relax is one of the things that I love to do most. I have a wasp buzzing around me. There's so many wasps right now, it's crazy. Got rid of the wasp. One of the things that I like to do to relax, which kind of seems counterintuitive to relaxing, but it works for me, is if I'm feeling like anxious or upset about something, I like to do a hard job. It doesn't matter really what it is, whether it's like hauling hay or stacking wood or something that's super physical, even going for a hike up the mountain, something that kind of gets my heart going and gets my body going and turns my mind off a little bit. I like doing physical activity, and then I love the feeling right after that physical activity is over and you sit down and your heart slows and you have a cold glass of water and you kind of go, and you also feel good because you did something, like you stacked that pile of wood or weeded that garden or went on that, that hike up the mountain or whatever. So there's like a feeling of satisfaction combined with just the relaxing of your body. So that's something else that I like to do to relax. What else? And something else that I like to do to relax, especially in the winter time, because in the summertime I'm really busy and I get a lot of exercise. There's a little spider now crawling up the lens. And I get a lot of exercise. In the wintertime, I like to go for a walk. We have a 2-kilometer long driveway, and just going for a nice walk down that driveway is really, really relaxing to me. So those are some of the things I like to do to relax. And then the last part of this tag is to tag 5 other channels. So here is my list of channels, and these channels are also, a couple of them are ones that I mentioned at the beginning, but also channels that I love for one reason or another. So go check those guys out too. So the first one that I'm going to tag is Julianne from PatcHeaven. I'm going to tag Charlie and Shauna from Yanasa Ama Ranch. I'm going to tag Chris and April from The Simple Rugged Path. I'm going to tag Dee Dee and Robert from Swamp Creek Cabin. And I'd like to tag Mindy and Charles from Life Goes North. So I'll send all of you guys a list of these questions. If you've done the tag already, then don't worry about it. But I'm really looking forward to seeing all of your answers if you get a chance to participate. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you guys have any further questions for me or anything more you'd like to know, leave it in the comment section below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.